Hey there trainers, it's Retro Knight. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Trying new things. Anyway, we've got this really cool match versus Brandon. He's leading off with 2 firefighters. Ha! Except Typhlosion's not firefighting type, but it is very, very strong with Eruption. I'm leading off, of course, with my Water Terastallization, Metagross, and Smeargle. What I'm deciding to do here is, honestly, both of these are a huge threat. I could Terastallize into Water, and Metagross could take whatever hit that these guys want to go for, because I know Eruption is coming from the Typhlosion. Toy Scarf Eruption is so rampant in VGC. So on this first turn, I decide here in this moment to go ahead and Terastallize into my Water typing as I fake out the Typhlosion, predicting him to want to do some shenanigans with Eruption. He gets to attack anyway with the Flamethrower, telling me that he's got the Mental Herb, as the Blaziken sets up a bulk up here on this turn. However, the Psychic Fangs brings Blaziken near to the brink of death, and I'm thinking that's kind of a focus sash. It does not look like it. I'm not sure how he took that Psychic Fangs, probably because I lost a little bit of stab by going into Water typing. That being said, this thing is at abysmal 0 HP. I don't think it's enough at a range for Sucker Punch to take it out. I could have just stayed in and gone Sucker Punch to the Metagross and got my Weakness Policy proc. However, I don't know how well I would have lived the Flamethrower, as he now Terastallizes his Typhlosion into the Fire typing, which is very, very frightening. As I stated, the Sucker Punch is not enough to take out the Blaziken, as the Lava Plume is going to come in here, and Smeargle does not get burned, but he knocks out his own Blaziken, so that's pretty cool. So, forgive me, Smeargle does get burned, right on the tail end of things. And Metagross also gets burned. Okay, that's what I get, and that is exactly why that Stomping Tantrum did absolutely no damage. Now, looking at this situation, this Typhlosion is still very, very dangerous in the key. It is Terastallized into the Fire typing, which means this is very, very scary. So I've got to be very, very, very careful here in my movements here. He decides to bring in Sceptile, the Galar champion, and I'm thinking, okay, so now I am the Water typing. Metagross is in very big danger. I mean danger. Leaf Blade is incoming to me directly, and I don't have a whole lot of things to hit this thing with. I decide to go for the Psychic Fangs, because the Giga Drain unfortunately just finishes me off anyway. Bullet Punch probably would have been ideal to hit the Typhlosion, excuse me, to hit the Sceptile, just to do that residual damage. Now this guy is going to go for a rollout. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what I said, a rollout. Rollout Typhlosion, Flamethrower, rollout, Lava Plume. We are cooking these sets. Terrapagos and Gothitelle has been by far my most dynamic duo this entire tournament. I very strangely, when I built this team, I was completely okay with Terrapagos being in the Terra Shell form with high special defense and HP, so that I could continually recover its HP and get its continual Terra Shell to knock off those hits. That way, it also enables me to get the Calm Mind, as here, the Leaf Blade does nothing, the type matchups are corrupted, and here comes another rollout, but Gothitelle did protect on that turn. Not sure how much a +2 rollout would have done since it is unstabbed. I'm going to take this opportunity to get up a Calm Mind off of Terrapagos, and looking at the situation here, I could Terra Starstorm into the Typhlosion and knock it out for certain since it is Terastallized. Here comes the Grass Pledge into the Flamethrower. I thought I'd see the Fire Pledge on top of it, but the Flamethrower does not do a whole lot to Gothitelle. Let me tell you something, guys. Gothitelle is very, very defensive. Very defensive. It's a great, great pairing for different Pokemon, and Heal Pulse is phenomenal with Gothitelle. Yeah, I totally did that. You guys are not going to know what that means, but that's fine. That's okay. So we knock out the Typhlosion. That is one threat completely out of the way. As he brings in a Marshtomp. That's right, a Marshtomp. Not a Swampert, a Marshtomp. Most likely with a Violite, considering that it is a Marshtomp. I do decide here, I'm thinking what I want to go for. I could just Terra Starstorm here. Helping Hand into Terra Starstorm is really nice, even if it only hits one single target, because it'll do more damage. I predict the Marshtomp to actually go for Protect. I'd like to get the Sceptile out of the way, because it, of course, is doing way too much damage to my beautiful Gothitelle. One Terra Starstorm with one Calm Mind is enough to knock out Sceptile, as it does have abysmal defenses, both specially and physically. We are left with a Marshtomp and Gothitelle and Terrapagos. A +1 Terra Starstorm is enough to knock out the Marshtomp, and that is the win. Thank you so much, Brandon, for that game. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. But as you guys know, we've got multiple videos coming at you, and that's a win for the R-Man. Alright, let's jump into this second game here. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been amazing with the support. You guys have made great comments, and you guys have really been very, very understanding and supportive of the medical situation. I do greatly appreciate it more than you ever will understand. However, with Gothitelle seeing the future of this channel is on full go blast. I know. I keep coming back, but hey, I'm here. In the flesh, here I am. Alright, so Sean is the match we want to talk about, and oh my god, Hydrapple. I see a Hydrapple and I'm immediately terrified. We have Incineroar, Porygon 2, Alolan Ninetales, Hydrapple, Metagross, and Raging Bolt. That is quite a team. I'm looking at it. I see the Alolan Ninetales and the Trick Room shenanigans into the Raging Bolt and the Hydrapple and the Metagross. All of those are potential amazing Trick Room candidates. And I'm thinking I've got to stop that Porygon at all costs. I don't have anything to trick it an item. And I'm kind of thinking at this particular point in the tournament, I definitely should have kept Fissure. However, I do feel like, guys, let me know in the comment section below about Smeargle. If you think Moody or Fissure, if you think, Baton Pass or Fissure was the better option. Alright, this Ninetales leads off as I figured it would. I do have Psychic Fangs to break this Aurora Veil, which is my ideal thought going into this fight. I do go ahead and try to fake out the Ninetales because fake out into Psychic Fangs is going to do a very nice chunk of damage, or fake out into just knocking it out, but he is going to Terrasilize on the first turn into the water typing. That is the right play. That makes Alolan Ninetales a lot more defensively hard to take down. But, regardless, I'm going to go for the Fake Out, predicting him to go for the Aurora Veil as I mash this thing into Oblivion. But, like I said, he does indeed go into the Water Terrestrialization type, so I think Psychic Fangs would have been better there. However, it does not matter because Psychic Fangs can still break whatever screens this Ninetales decides to set up. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you like the live cam, and we'll continue to do it if it gets enough feedback, you know? But, then again, it feels kind of good to be back in front of the camera, you know? Feels good. Alright, so Thunderbolt goes off, Psychic Fangs goes off. This is very, very light HP. I'm able to spore the Porygon 2, and that is the Porygon 2 going to be out of the way, as that Aurora Veil does come down, but it does not matter, because even though there is almost 0 health left, I could just knock this thing out with a Psychic Fangs and knock out the Aurora Veil. So I'm in a really, really good position right now. Since, really, I could Baton Pass these boosts, which I was talking about before, with the Smeargle and the Moody Baton Pass instead of Fissure. Both of them are kind of scummy, just to be honest with you, but they both work. Now, I'm not sure if Psychic Fangs actually still takes down the screens if I attack the opposition as opposed to the Ninetales, but the Ninetales goes for a Protect anyway as I go ahead and get the opportunity to go ahead and Baton Pass these boosts into another recipient. I'm thinking Terrapagos is the way to go here. Number one, once I get down the screens, it's going to be phenomenally easy to set up Calm Mind on the likes of things like Porygon 2. I believe I'm also slower. I actually run 0 speed, max HP, and max special defense, if I'm not mistaken. But that team template is in the very beginning of the Blueberry Prologue of this series, and you could click that right there to go to it directly. Alright, so we get a nice Calm Mind up, and we break the Aurora Veil. We are looking nice, guys. Very, very, very nice. Down goes the Alolan Ninetales. Down it goes. And we are looking really, really nice. Raging Bolt is still somewhat of a problem, but in comes the Incineroar. Of course, we don't get intimidated because of Clear Body. We have not used our Terrestrialization, which is phenomenal. We've still got it in our back pocket in case we need it. I wanted to stay Steel typing originally in case Alolan Ninetales wanted to misplay. I didn't know if it wanted to waste or use Terrestrialization right off the bat. However, I did decide, of course, to save it in the pocket because I do have that Water Terrestrialization Metagross, which is going to be phenomenal in the late game. But I also can go into Terrapagos if that is something I want to do as well, because I still have Gothitelle. God, Gothitelle is so good. I still have Gothitelle, and Gothitelle helping hand into Terra Starstorm is absolutely ridiculous, especially after you go into Stellar form, and it just does so much damage. Now keep in mind, guys, I do have that one Calm Mind boost up, as Terrapagos gets flinched here, and the snow stops, and the Twisted Dimensions return to normal. So pretty much nothing happened in this turn. I do get a massive defense drop, but I do get a special attack raise, which could be good for Gothitelle, But at the same time, I can also Spore the Smeargle, I can use Spore with the Smeargle and go ahead and knock out the Incineroar. And I decided to get some damage in on either Incineroar or the Porygon 2 as I go for an Aura Sphere here. I'm actually packing the Aura Sphere just in case. I've seen some shenanigans in which Terrapagos gets set up and doesn't get hit by any attacks, and that's just not something I want to deal with. So, I go ahead and knock... The Porygon 2 is a clean 2-hit KO with a +1 Aura Sphere, which is phenomenal as that Moody Boost happens. And Incineroar is put to sleep, so we are looking really, really good, guys. We got that Gothitelle and Stellar Terrapagos in the back. Mwah, chef's kiss. We also have the Gothitelle to use the Heal Pulse onto the Terrapagos. I will tell you one thing. Since January, being able to build new teams in doubles format has been really phenomenally... intriguing to me, and it's also really taught me a lot about the game. However, I will tell you, one of the newest series of videos is a bit different than what you're used to seeing on the channel, so do be prepared for that. That ends Aura Sphere Rock Wrecks this Porygon 2 out of here. We are left with the matchup that I wanted, the Raging Bolt, and again, I've still got the Metagross in the back with the Stomping Tantrum, but I'm assuming this thing is going to want to Terrastallize into something very frustrating. So Gothitelle into Helping Hand Stellar is my thought process. I can also Heal Pulse after that to get my Stellar Terrapagos back up. However, I feel Terrapagos is just as strong of a threat in its regular shell form as it is in its Terra form as it is in its Stellar form. Simply because of Terra Shell. That 1 Earth Power +2, it's out of the way and it is gone and finished. Gothitelle is looking at the future. We go ahead and Heal Pulse, and now our Terrapagos can take any one hit immediately because we do have that amazing ability that we can take any hit and influctuate the type matchups. So on this final turn, as we finish this battle with a Raging Terra Starstorm, we go into Terrastallize into our Stellar formation. We are at max HP. We are at +2 special attack. Incineroar ain't standing a chance, man. Not even with the Helping Hand. So, Gothitelle puts her hands together, and the future of this channel looks as bright as these beautiful stars falling from the sky as we finish it with a Aura Sphere. Just to be cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next series, battle, or short. Thank you guys. Take care. Power on. Power off.